This pandemic is now entering its third year, and a lot of people, a lot of businesses, not just restaurants, have complained about the supply chain, and it just seems as though after a while that just it weighs heavily on you.
I don't, we posted that the supply chain, on our website we posted that the supply chain was one of many reasons that led to this decision. The supply chain certainly is a big part of it because it affects our cost of goods, and Anka could probably speak more accurately to that and what it entails.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that our food costs have almost doubled over the last 2 years. And, there's no way you can raise the prices enough to account for that. And we don't want to lower our quality by buying inferior products. Along with the frustration of not always being able to get the products that you want and having to go from place to place to place to try to find them. It's definitely been frustrating. But it just affects the bottom line so much that before, while we were, eking out a living, now, we're able to pay the people that work for us. We've always tried to pay them well, but there's nothing left for the two of us.
Yeah.
And, we both have families, we both have kids in college. And, with our lease sort of coming to an end, we just decided we can't do that.
I think I speak for a lot of people in Arlington where when I first heard the news, my first thought was, oh no. I mean, it's a staple at Arlington Center. They serve very unique meals, upscale without a doubt. When I was here last week, getting what I call real estate of your building, just various shots of your building, you were telling me, Chris, that you wanted to thank your clientele. They've been very faithful and loyal over the years.
Yes, that's one of the things that we wanted to do today, because since we made the announcement, there have been hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people calling, just stopping by, coming in for takeout, coming in to dine in, and they're all familiar faces. And it's touching, for one thing, when you have so many people who come in to express their gratitude to you, whereas it's really the other way around. I mean, we have such gratitude for our loyal patrons that we feel that not only do we want to offer a note of sincere thanks for all the support over the last 5 years, but also some explanation on top of what we gave on our website. But before we do that, I think we'd also wanted to thank the town administration too, who have been outstanding throughout the entire process for us. From the minute we started filing permits for the build out to the very end. It's very business friendly, very accommodating, and we've just felt at home here from the very beginning, both with the town administration and with the people of Arlington, and it's been an honor and a pleasure for both of us to serve this community. But in addition, I think I'd also just like to say that because of all of the questions that have been asked over the last week or so since it went public, there seems to be some confusion. And I just wanted to clear some of that up, and I just wanted to make sure that people understood that there are multiple reasons. It wasn't just one thing. The supply chain was a big part of it, as Anka just explained, but it really was. You get it from every angle. It's the increased labor costs. It's obviously COVID. There's not as many people coming out, and it's just one of those things where we had to look at it and say, okay, we're like Anka said, we're getting by now, but what's it going to look like a year from now? What's it going to look like 2 years from now? And so I went on the Arlington List Facebook page just to see what people were asking, and there were hundreds of people asking what happened, and some people were postulating, and I feel it's important that we make it clear that this wasn't due to the town not being business friendly to us. This was not this had little to do with the landlord situation. This is strictly a business decision that had to be made, and it was not an easy decision for us to make at all.
And obviously, these are very unique times with this pandemic.
Absolutely. You know, that's what led to it. I think if there hadn't been COVID, you know, every year we were getting more and more patrons. We were getting a name out there, and you know, we had such good response, and people just kept coming back and telling their friends. It was really going very well. And COVID really did put an end to that. You know, while it didn't literally put us under, it makes a climate where it's really hard to continue in a business like
The
this.
fact that it's protracted we're entering, like I said, the third year now.
Exactly, and there's still so much uncertainty with what's going to happen. You know, we just felt like it would be extremely difficult for us to sign a new lease for another 5 or 10 years with that uncertainty in the picture.
What is your next move? Because you obviously had a very upscale restaurant with very unique product and a very loyal clientele.
I'll let Anka answer her end
So I
first.
think we're sort of going our separate ways a little bit. I did cancer research for 15 years before I started the restaurant, so I'm going back to that field.
And I don't know, many people may not know that Anka is my sister-in-law. And so while we're going our separate ways, we'll still see each other on a regular basis.
Like the breakup of the Beatles. I'm about to cry.
Well, yeah. So, excuse me 1 second. I think that on my end, I am exploring other opportunities, and one could possibly land me back in this space sooner rather than later. I don't want to speculate, but there's a good possibility that I would be back in here with a different concept. I did consider even before closing the doors about opening up a new concept here, and so that is in the works. I can't promise anything, but if it happens, it's going to be as good as Twyrl was in some respects, I hope, and we'll leave it at that.
And then Anka can join you. Listen, best of luck to you.
I'm sorry? Not for free.
Best of luck to both of you, and we wish you nothing but the best. You were a great restaurant here, and hopefully things come to fruition with you here, and that'll bring you back, Anka.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.